Periva Sharanam. Deivathin Kural, Book 3, Meenakshi. Meenakshi is the name of Ambaal in Madurai. Her name means that she has the eyes of the fish. She is world famous for being a great benefactor of devotees, granting boons aplenty. With kindness and grace, she also has power to govern. For 6 months in a year, the Senkol or the scepter of state is in her hands, and for 6 months it is in the hands of her husband Sundareshwara. Here she is equal. In the matter of daily puja and Naivedyam, she is even one step higher, it seems. It is symbolically shown to her first and later to him as though he is number 2 in the pecking order. This is a tradition peculiar to Madurai only. Dwadashantam, a concept extolled in Shakta Tantra, has become a synonym for the city of Madurai. Here I am reminded of an incident. When I was in Rameshwaram, one of the visitors by the name Dwadashantam came in to see me. His father had prayed in the Meenakshi Amman temple to grant him a son, similar to people naming their child on fructification of their prayers such as Chidambaram, Palani, Tirumalai and so on. They had named him Dwadashantam. I asked a Pandit there as to what is the meaning of this phrase Dwadashantam. He probably thought about the sculptures we have in Rameshwaram and said, amongst the 12 Shivalingas in the Rameshwara Shankara Matam, the southmost is the Dwadashantam. But that is not the correct view though. We look at the human body from 3 different perspectives as made of the Stula, Sukshma and Karana Shariras. The Sukshma Sharira is made of various power centers in the body. Starting from Mooladhara at the lower tip of the spinal cord, there are 6 power centers which are known as chakras. Successively along the spinal cord, there are Swadhisthana at the lower abdomen, Manipuraka near the navel, Anahata near the heart, Vishuddhi near the thymus, and Agnya near the third eye at the center of the 2 eyebrows. Now, between this Agnya Chakra and Sahasrara at the peak of the head, there are supposed to be 12 points. This Dwadasha Antam, Dwadasha is 12 and Antam is the end of it. That is, the peak of the human body as well as the peak of your experience or Anubhava, which is the place of the unity of Jiva and Brahma at Brahmarandram. Tantra Shastras talk of the end stage of Yoga Shastras, spatially is Madurai, and calls that place Dwadasanta Kshetram. Here, at the Brahmarandram of the whole universe, that is Madurai, is Meenakshi as the indicator of the oneness and bliss of Brahmatma Ananda. With massive edifices and wide open praharas, the Meenakshi temple is one of the architectural beauties of the world. There is no end to the artistic treasures of sculpture to be found on the walls of the temple. In other places, the temple will evolve its name from that of the Ishvara, and people will say that so-and-so Ambaal Sannidhi is there. Thus, the very living beauty of Balambal is the Ambaal Sannidhi in Muthukumara Swami or Vaidyanatha Swami temple. Karpagambal is in Kapalishwara temple, and Mangalambal is part of Kumbeshwara Swami temple. But in Madurai, the name of the temple is in her name as Meenakshi Amman Koil. Sundareshwara, her consort, is like a guest artist there. But it is in Madurai that Shiva has played his 64 divine episodes known popularly as Thiruvilayadalgal. It is here that Thiruñana Sambandar prayed and got the Vibhuti from Sundareshwara, with which he cured the Koon Pandian of his disease known as Veppu Noi and regained him back from Jainism. Lord Sundareshwara has thus been, historically, the reason for re-establishing the Vedic religion in South India. Still, nullifying all that, it is Meenakshi who is the presiding deity here. From prehistoric times, many great saints and poets have sung in praise of Meenakshi. The famous Shyamala Dandakam is on her only. Meenakshi is Shyamala, Matangi, Mantrini. They are all her names. She is the mother of Mantra and Tantra Shastras. In Tamil, there is a traditional name for Ambaal as Angayar Kanni, which means the one with beautiful eyes like that of a fish. That is the Tamil name for Meenakshi. That is why all the young girls in Madurai are addressed as Angachi, Angachi. Let us submit our prayers to Mother Meenakshi to lead us in the right path of moksha. Periva Sharanam.